Cody Rhodes was once again able to retain the undisputed WWE Championship at a recently concluded WrestlePalooza event, WWE's first premium event on ESPN from Indianapolis. His opponent was the keen, cunning villain Drew McIntyre, who many believed maybe should get another reign with the WWE Championship. However, most people never assumed that McIntyre would actually be leaving Indianapolis as the champion. And plenty are theorizing that this has all been happening since the formation of the TKO group, at least in some form or another, with a booking formula that has become maybe too predictable. Not to say that predictable is bad, but too predictable might be not good. As a result, even though a wrestler is strong and as talented as Cody Rhodes gives it 100%, he has lost maybe the edge that made him as compelling as he was before. Most fans were annoyed that Cody once again retained the world title, and they just wanted something fresh, airing their displeasure on apps like X and other social media platforms. To make matters worse, the match ended in a predictable way, with Cody getting the advantage over his opponents in a strong but critiqued performance, similar to what he had with Kevin Owens, John Cena, and now McIntyre. The list goes on. As a result, due to the repetitive nature of it all, Cody Rhodes, with no commitment to a long-term storytelling path in front of him, least that we can see, WWE is making a good chunk of the WWE fan base care a little bit less, or a whole lot less, about the American Nightmare's title reign. However, that was not the only major complaint with WrestlePalooza. The opening match between John Cena and Brock Lesnar was heavily panned by fans. For a match that was so hyped up by having Lesnar return out of nowhere in a surprise appearance at the end of SummerSlam earlier this year, the match failed to live up to its major expectations. This was a squash match, yeah, to say the least, as the Beast Incarnate completely dominated for almost 90 seconds of a match before pinning Cena. Other than that, it was almost a 9-minute match that was filled with two superstars spamming finishers and signature moves, barely exchanging any traditional wrestling holds or pacing up to anything. We have mentioned before that Cena's retirement tour has been shoddily booked by Triple H and his creative team, and this match at WrestlePalooza just once again maybe nailed that down. Now, with just 5 dates remaining on John Cena's farewell tour, fans are worried whether or not the company can plan a proper send-off for the never-seen 17. To put it mildly, WrestlePalooza was mostly a dud for a few matches. The match for the vacant Women's World Heavyweight Championship between Stephanie Vaquer and former champion Io Sky was the only one on the card that got the most praise. La Primera was able to defeat Sky in a respectful match and is now the new champ. Truly one of the biggest Latin American stars in WWE and all of wrestling right now. Moreover, the whole point was WWE hosting WrestlePalooza was to get in direct competition with All Elite Wrestling because their rival promotion was running All Out in Toronto on the same date. And it's safe to assume that they're going to counter-program AEW at every turn now, so expect these extra shows and conflict to keep happening. Also, it is all about making money, and that is what the business of professional wrestling is built on. Drawing and making money, and TKO knows that premium live events bring in more money than simply a TV special. But with so many premium live events every now and then, it becomes difficult for WWE to create substantial feuds between wrestlers with short time between premium live events. So, what we are left with is a show that has what feels like random matches with no proper build-up and less closure. However, WrestlePalooza is not the only premium live event that fans complained about. We have been a bit stale. If not addressed quickly, this might spell trouble for WWE in the long run. Initially, when Triple H took over as the head of creative, fans sang praises for him bringing back released talents and for booking matches and storylines with proper care. Now, the same fans are complaining that Hunter is now doing the things for the one-time pop, the viral moment, and the higher-ups in WWE and TKO, along with Triple H, are currently catering to Gen Z fans too much, who usually have short attention spans, and that is possibly why the company is feeding them 1-minute viral reels and clips on social media that will get WWE views. The entertainment world has changed with social media and increased access to forms of entertainment through mobile devices, making it a different challenge for WWE to maintain its magic. So we get why WWE would try so hard to get with these times and adapt. But in doing so, WWE is forgetting that they are alienating the dedicated diehard portion of their fan base who care about storytelling and matches, who care about good build-up, and not some randomly thrown together bout that like one we saw with Cena and Lesnar, which should have felt like a bigger deal. Maybe even the upcoming Crown Jewel match that will see John Cena take on his old rival in the phenomenal one AJ Styles, Styles has a light build-up, and fans are wondering if WWE may have succumbed to the internal pressures from the leader of the C Nation. Cena has been very vocal about wanting to face particular wrestlers during his retirement tour, one of whom includes Styles, and even alluded that his match with Lesnar was most likely WWE's call. After this news got out, fans became critical of TKO and already haphazard booking for Cena's farewell tour. WWE fans have been very vocal about how the Phenomenal One has been treated on Raw recently. So with this crown jewel match between Cena and Styles, it might have been Triple H and the creative team bending to the pressure with hopes of satisfying that portion of the fan base who wanted to see this dream match one more time. But the main issue is that Cena is nowhere to be seen on weekly TV shows to promote the said match. With 5 dates remaining, it does not seem like Cena would just show up at all to promote his match against Styles at Crown Jewel in Perth, Australia. It's just even more pressure being added to the circumstances because in a recent interview with Tokyo Sports, AJ Styles revealed himself he intends to retire next year. Cena has long been advertised to end his legendary career in December in 2025 with an opponent not yet known to fans. Even WWE's heel turn of Cena at the start of his retirement tour was executed poorly, though it was quite the moment. Not only with Cena, but with WWE failing to pull the trigger on important babyface and heel turns. Overall, not just him. As we talked about at the beginning of this video, since turning Drew McIntyre heel, WWE has failed to put the world title on his waist in a real way. Frankly speaking, the 10-minute long reign with the title at WrestleMania 40 really doesn't count, as it was more of an elaborate angle for a Money in the Bank cash-in. McIntyre proved during the COVID era he could be the top guy in the face of the company if needed. Fans also believe that the Scottish Warrior could at least enjoy a decent run with the world title in front of live fans, whether as a heel or as a face. Perhaps it would be best for WWE to turn McIntyre face, as he has shown before he can be an entertaining and charismatic world champion good guy. As for Cody Rhodes, the company has teased a heel turn in recent weeks, but nothing has been set in motion for a while now. Instead, we have seen the last few episodes of Raw that Jey Uso might go back to his dark side. The former right-hand man to Roman Reigns is currently feuding with LA Knight. And speaking of LA Knight, another superstar who has been teased by WWE to get pushed to the world title level. Even Triple H said that, quote, good things come to those who wait about Knight when he failed to win the 2023 Money in the Bank ladder match, even though he was a clear fan favorite. Instead, we only had Knight having a short reign with the US Championship. Well, Triple H, we're still waiting. So what do you think? Has WWE lost the plot? Yes. If so, how can they turn it around? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.